Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is one Lord. All praises to the Most High and Yahweh only.
Shalom, Barakatah. This is High Priest Kahalal of the Law, also known as Calvin Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashem. Understand that? All right. Now, the title of today's video lesson is Hebrew Israelite False Teachers Prophesied Destruction, Part 2. This is Part 2. So if you haven't seen Part 1, I advise that you go and see Part 1 first, because it's very crucial in you understanding what is going on here in Part 2. We break down the whole chapter of Isaiah 28 in Part 1. Here in Part 2, we're going to be filling in some gaps, going over some things, and we're going to be going into Isaiah chapter 29 and Isaiah chapter 30. All right, this is the Hebrew Israelite false teachers prophesied destruction. All right, so go and check out Part 1 and get caught up. You don't want to be missing out, because this is so amazing and so mind-blowing. Isaiah 28 is a great prophecy. Isaiah 28 prophesied of speaking in tongues that the Christian church do, that we all seen in the Christian church, and he's prophesying it as being wicked, as it being a covenant with death, as it being deceit by false teachers. All right. This is a mighty prophecy. Isaiah 28 is like Deuteronomy 28. We all seen this with our eyes. This came to pass in the Christian church. Right? Isaiah 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips. So, in Part 1, we brought out the definition of stammering, right? It's to speak in involuntary pauses, to speak with much repeating, and the repeating of the first letter of a word, right? So, like repeating in this, like speaking in a tongue. And what's going on in the Christian church when they are catching this ghost, this demonic spirit, speaking in a tongue, best describes stammering. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. The he is the false teacher, the Christian pastor, speaking to the people with this abominable false doctrine of the New Testament, teaching the people an idol, a fictional character, invisible idol, JC, idol shy, Cheez-Its, right? For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. And that's exactly what's going on in these Christian churches. And we're about to go and pull it right here. Just in case you haven't been in a Christian church and you just came into a camp. But this is what goes on in the New Testament in those times when they were just creating the New Testament and inventing JC. This is what was going on in their congregations. A demonic possession that caused them to speak with a stammer, speaking in tongues. So let's go to it. We're going to go to 1 Corinthians because it's right here. 1 Corinthians 14 and 2. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. Right? So that's exactly what's going on in these Christian churches. And you and I, we both seen it with our very eyes. And you know, when I was in the Christian church, I was just sitting there or standing there in awe like, what? Like, and they're saying that that's a gift from the Most High God. But the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, prophesied it as being a wicked thing. Isaiah prophesied it as being a covenant with death. All right? And to speak with a stammer is to speak in a tongue like they're speaking in tongues in the Christian church. It's involuntary. It's uncontrollable. And that's what they say in the Christian church. It's uncontrollable, involuntary. That's the definition of stammering. And that's exactly what's going on in these Christian churches. And it's been going on in these ancient times of the first century when the New Testament was being created. Right? It's an unknown tongue. It's not a language. Look what it says right here, 1 Corinthians 14 and 2. An unknown tongue. It's not speaking in other languages. Right? It's an unknown tongue. It's right here, man. An unknown tongue. Right? For no man understandeth him. No man. In the spirit he speaketh mysteries. You're speaking to Lucifer. The Most High God, he ain't with that. So we're going to go to 1 Corinthians 14. Go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 18. This is 1 Corinthians 14, verse 18. I thank my God, I speak with tongues more than ye all. So Paul was demon possessed as well. See, false teachers speaking with stammering lips. He says, I thank my God, I speak with tongues more than ye all. Yet in the church, I had rather speak 5 words with my understanding. See, so you're not understanding a person that's speaking with a stammer. Right? They're just speaking in involuntary repeating of the first letter of a word. Like they speak in tongues in the Christian church. That's what it sounds like. And Paul says, yet in the church I had rather speak 5 words with my understanding, that by my voice I might teach others also, than 10,000 words in an unknown tongue. It's an unknown language, right? It's a stammer, right? And this is what the Most High God caused to shut these people up, man, and for it to be a sign that these are false teachers, man, and that they are fulfilling the prophecy of Isaiah 28, of making this covenant with death. Ooh, all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh. Can someone say all praises to the Most High God? Glory be to Yahweh, right? Bringing this out, exposing this false testament and these false teachers. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people. So he linked himself to the prophecy that is speaking about a false teacher speaking in a tongue and stammering lips, other lips, to the children of Israel. He links himself to this false teacher. That's what they get. Cherry picking. Using the method of line upon line, here a little, there a little, deceitfully. And that's what Isaiah 28 prophesied that they do. And look, they're caught right here in the very act of using precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, deceitfully, right here. And it caught them, it bust them. And the Most High God is miraculous for this. The Most High God is super awesome. You see this right here? In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people, and yet for all that will they not hear me. Right? So he linked himself to the false teacher that's speaking in a stammering. So he already knows that this speaking in tongues is stammering. Stammering lips. Right? Isaiah 28. Paul knows, but he doesn't know because he doesn't have the proper understanding, that this is speaking of a false teacher, because Paul is really an Edomite writer, Marcion, that's just, writing a fictional character named Paul. Paul is Marcion's pen's name, right? So, Isaiah 28:11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. Put it together, brothers and sisters. I'm pointing it out to you. I'm bringing it to you right here, right? Take a closer look. But we must move on. All right. Oh, that's mighty right there. That's mighty right there. Oh, yeah. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh. And someone bring an offering to the priests of the Most High God, Yahweh, for this wonderful revelation, right? Letting you know that you're on the right path, exposing the Quran, exposing the New Testament right in your face, right before your very eyes, exposing it for the deceit that it is, for the falsehood that it is. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, that's right. Appreciate your teacher, High Priest Kahala. Share the video. Thumb up the video. Right? Yeah, let everybody know who the real High Priest is. The only one that's really bringing this out. Right? I can shout out some Torah teachers, but who really bringing it out like High Priest Kahala? Even they know. They know. Right? Judith Nazareth, no. Eli Israel, no. They all know that the high priest is much more advanced. I'm the high priest. I'm closer to the Most High. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters that's not jealous of that. And that give offerings to the high priest and pay offerings and pay tithes to the high priest. All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, that's right. You know, you got some wicked people like Saul the Sodomite will say, well, if you love the people, then you would do it for free. You wouldn't be asking for a tithe. You wouldn't ask for an offering. You'll be doing it for free. But look, bro, I am doing it for free, but it's much appreciated when the people give a free will offering out of their own free will for the people that wants to keep the law and pay tithes to the priests, right? The Most High God don't want you to do it for free. No, he don't. But that's another video lesson, right? He got laws set in place for the children of Israel to pay tithes to the priests. So he doesn't want the priests, the teachers, to do it for free. Because he knows time is money. And it takes time to study the law, teach the law. Ezra 7 and 10. Study the law, teach the law. That takes time. And time is money. So the Levites, the priests, they don't have time to tend to the field because they're spending their time in meditating in these scriptures, laboring in these scriptures to bring it out to the people. So the people that labor in the field, they show their appreciation to the priests and show their brotherhood, brothership, and fellowship by paying a tithe to the priests. It's not much, but if everybody do their part, then the priests will be sufficient, right? Moving on, that's like a lesson within a lesson. All praises be to the Most High God. Y'all getting lessons on top of lessons and blessings on top of blessings. This is a blessing right here. This is a gift. I'm a gift. Really. Sent by the Most High God to free you out of idolatry and to give you the keys to salvation. All praises be to the Most High God. Nah, for real. Alright, so this is Isaiah 29, verse 8. Let's pick up. It shall even be as when an hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite, so shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Yeah, that's right. Our enemies will be punished for the books that they made to destroy the Israelites. Yeah, these Edomites with their invention of the New Testament, and these Arats with their invention of the unholy Quran. They will be punished. And they can only dream about winning when the Most High God set us up on top. They're only going to be able to dream about winning. That's what this is saying to you. All right. Stay yourselves and wonder. Wonder, man, you got to do a lot of thinking, you know what I'm saying? Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For Yahweh has poured out upon the spirit of deep sleep. Salakia. Read that again, Isaiah 29, verse 10. For Yahweh has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers. The seers has he covered. Yeah, that's right. So you got these Christian lights, man. They are false teachers, false prophets. And the Most High God closed their eyes and poured a spirit of deep sleep. So that's why they can't get it. That's why they're not waking up. It's a deep sleep. You can't wake up. Ooh, wee. And if the Most High God did that to you, you know, it's probably because he's trying to cut off your line. Because your line is probably idolatrous in Israel. Right? You go back to that idolatrous seed line that caused us to go into captivity. Ooh, wee. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, knock them off. To hell with them. They got us put up in captivity, man. They're lying. Right? Let's do it. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. Right? So you can't even understand this precious Torah. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed. This is sealed to you, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read. It's like you can read it. Saying, Read this. I pray thee. Like we're like begging you. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. He can't read it. They can't read the Torah for what it is. They can't see that the Most High God requires them to serve him alone. They can't see what we can see because they are in a deep sleep. It's a spirit that's on them, causing them to be asleep. They're not woke, right? They're sleepwalking. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. Right? So the ones that are not teachers, they can't read it either. They can't understand it either. This true word is sealed to them. Wherefore, the Lord saith, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. That's why the Most High God won't allow these people to understand the Torah, because they got a lot of lip service. They do a lot of lip service, and they are taught by the precept of men, the men that wrote the New Testament, the men that wrote the Quran. That's why they can't understand what's required of them in Torah. They can't understand Torah. They're not Torah only because they can't understand Torah. If they could understand Torah, they'll be Torah only, non-Messianic, Yahweh only, Tanakh only, Old Testament only. They will be that. But they're taught by the precept of men, the writers of the New Testament. Right? Praise Yahweh. Everybody's understanding that? Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish. Right? You know, these Christian lights claim to be so wise, and you know, they got some knowledge, but the most important thing, they're lacking. They don't keep the most important commandment, Exodus 20:3, the very first commandment. They can't get it, man. They can't get it for nothing in the world. Right? Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So this is a parable. They're turning things upside down, and it's compared to the potter's clay. Right? For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? They're turning things upside down in the New Testament. Right? Saying, look what it says. Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? That's what JC is saying in the New Testament. Right? So this thing, JC, is supposed to be framed by the Most High God. But this thing framed that was created is saying that the Most High God had no understanding. Let's go and get that. Right? That's Matthew. It's just turning things upside down, man. That's what the New Testament is. Turning things upside down. Thing framed, saying to him that framed it, you have no understanding. Right? Matthew 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Right? So, but I say unto you. Hold on, the Most High God laid these laws down. And you're going to say the Most High God has no understanding, and you're going to try to critique it, tweak it, and rearrange it, and add to it, when you can't even keep this yourself? Because all over the New Testament, all over the gospel, JC is calling the Pharisees fools and calling everyone fools. So he is in danger of hellfire, right? This is foolishness. But this is the turning things upside down and saying that the Most High God has no understanding. Like, right? Now let's go to 27. The thing framed, saying to him that framed it, you have no understanding. Matthew 5 verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Oh yeah, we hear that in Torah, in the law. The Most High God gave that commandment to us. Do not commit adultery. But I say unto you, oh man, saying that the Most High God, his law is not good enough. He didn't have no understanding, huh? What he laid down wasn't good enough. You gonna add to it, huh? But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. Man, yeah, right. I mean, but this is the BS, man, right? And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is profitable for you that one of your members should perish, and not that your whole body should be cast into hell. Wow, so if you look at a woman with lust, JC is saying, grab out your eye, pluck it out, right? Throw it away, cast it from you. For it is profitable for you that one of your members should perish, and not your whole body should be cast into hell. So when you go to see the judge on judgment day, your judgment day, when you expire, the judge is going to be like, you looked at a woman with lust and you didn't pluck out your eye, and it's still a part of you. So now we're going to just cast your whole body into hell fire. Wow. Right? Come on, man. Let's go over here. Let's get more off into that, because he says that more than once. Foolishness, man. And this is making me sick, man. And this is what our people is following, man. And they're making up lies to rationalize this ridiculous body of work. Matthew 18, verse 18. Wherefore, if your hand or your foot offend you, cut them off and cast them from you. It is better for you to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. Okay, so if this is just meaning cutting off something that's bad for you, like they would try to rationalize it and saying that it's not literal. If this is not literal, and it just means to cast off something that was bad for you, when you're casting this off, you should be made whole. You should be whole. You just cast off something that was bad for you. Why are you still entering into life, entering into heaven, maimed, amputated? So, wow. If anyone is in heaven, in JC's heaven, they're all amputated. Because if this is not literal, when you cast off something that's bad for you, you should be made whole. You should be entering into life whole. Not maimed, not amputated, not halt. Whole. But this is literal. Because this is the destruction of the Israelites. You know how many people believe this? Especially the heathens. They really took hold to this. And they really was plucking their eyes out and cutting off their limbs. People used to do that because of these wicked, evil words in this sick book of witchcraft, the New Testament, man. And y'all still ain't really figured out how to get around that. Right? You should be entering into life whole. Turning things upside down. Right? The thing framed, saying to him that framed it, you have no understanding. Let's go back. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, we still on that. The thing framed, saying to him that framed it, you have no understanding. But I say unto you, yeah, I know you heard, but I say unto you. Matthew 5, verse 31. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Yeah. Yeah, we heard that. That's Deuteronomy 24. Verse 1 on down, right? Ain't that Deuteronomy 24? Let's get that. Deuteronomy 24. Let's go to verse 1. When a man taketh a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he has found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. Oh yeah, that's Deuteronomy 24, verse 1 on down. Now we're here at Matthew 5:31. It says, it has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Yeah, we just read that in the law. The Most High God gave Moses those commandments to give us. So now you're trying to say that the Most High God ain't got no understanding? But I say unto you, oh, here we go. The thing framed, saying to him that framed it, he has no understanding. Now what is you gonna say, JC? But I say unto you, this is idle shy, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, except for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Right? Even the white man don't hold to that these days. they understand that it's just foolishness, this foolishness of their ancestors fooling around, making their Hebraic cartoon JC to fool people and to play a sick game. It's not real. It's a religious fairy tale for adults. It's a sick joke. That's all the gospel is. Right? Turning things upside down. The thing that was framed, saying to him that framed it, you have no understanding. Come on now, man. Right? And we're going to continue to build on that. All praises be to the Most High God. Someone says, glory be to Yahweh. Yeah, that's right. This is real right here, man. This is the best teachings on earth. Praise Yahweh. Glory be to Yahweh. John 5 verse 23. That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father, which has sent him. Whoa. Turning things upside down, man. Right? How can the thing formed be on the same level of him that formed it? But you stupid Christians and Christianites, y'all believe this. How can the thing that was formed be honored and be on the same level of him that formed it? That makes no sense. You need to wake up and repent and see this for the foolishness that it is. See this for the idolatry that it is. Right? How many times do we have to say it? But we're going to keep bringing it out in so many ways. Right? Let's go to 1 John. Continue to build on it. 1 John. 1 John chapter 2 verse 23. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same has not the Father. But he that acknowledges the Son has the Father also. What? How is the thing formed on the same level of him that formed it? That don't make no sense whatsoever. Right? That's like you got full custody of your son, and then you meet a new wife and you tell your wife that she has to honor your son like she honors you. What? This is a child. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's ridiculous, man. All right, well, let's go back to Isaiah 29. Let's keep rolling. And we're going to be breaking down Isaiah 29 and further seeing the Hebrew Israelite false teachers prophesied destruction, right? Let's go to 17. That was a mighty build right there. Let's go back. That was a mighty build right there here in Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16, right? Isaiah 29 and verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? That was a mighty build, man. And That's what the New Testament is all about. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest? Yeah. It'll all be over on the second earth. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book on the second earth. And the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. That's when you're going to realize that JC never existed. When you expire and you visit the Most High on the second earth. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahweh, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught. Yeah, this is the Hebrew Israelite false teachers prophesied destruction. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Right? Yeah, you're getting cut off. All you Christian lights, you're getting cut off. Or all you New Testament teachers, you're getting cut off. Right? All y'all getting cut off that make a man an offender for a word. Yeah, that word antichrist. Right? Yeah. Saying we're antichrist. And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Yeah, we are the just, the ones that serve the Most High God Yahweh only. And y'all turn us aside for something that don't even exist. JC, we trying to correct y'all. Reproveth in the gate. And y'all turning us away for a thing of naught. For JC, a fictional character that don't exist. An invisible idol. Right? Therefore, thus says Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob. Yeah, this is about y'all, Hebrew Israelite false teachers, prophesied destruction. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Yeah, that's right, man. Because the true teachers of the Most High God Yahweh will shine forth. But when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the God of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. Yeah. They that was speaking in a tongue, right? Speaking in tongues. They that murmured, right? They're going to learn the doctrine on the second earth. That's going to be on the second earth, man. Let's go to Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30, verse 1. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, says Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You Christian lights, man. You Muslim lights, covering yourself with an Arabic fictional character, Allah, and you Christian lights covering yourself with an Edomite fictional character, JC, who you call Idol Shai. That's not of the Most High God's Spirit. That walk to go down into Egypt, right? America is spiritual Egypt, right? We know that. Deuteronomy 28:68, right? America is spiritual Egypt. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You strengthening yourself in Pharaoh, the new Pharaoh, Esau, the so-called white man, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. The New Testament is the shadow of Greeks because it's originally written in Greek. It's the shadow of the Edomites. That's their native language. Greek. The New Testament is the shadow of Greece, our arch enemies. Rome. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. See? The shadow of Greece, the shadow of Rome. The New Testament is your confusion, right? Because in the shadows, it's originally written in Greek, right? That's what you need to learn, but that's what you fail to realize, but that's what you're taking refuge in. And that's to your shame, right? But you're not going into the Hebrew words. You're not going to seek the Hebrew God to see what's required of you. You're going to this New Testament that's originally written in Greek to see what they require of you, and they're putting you into idolatry. So this is your shame, the New Testament. For his princes were at Zon, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help nor profit, but ashamed and also a reproach. The burden of the beast of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper, and the fiery flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Right? Wait on the Most High God, Yahweh. But they can't do that, man. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Oh yeah, now his servant, high priest called Halal, is bringing it out. This is the time. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. We're not here. We keep telling y'all the law. Deuteronomy 24:16. Exodus 20:3. Exodus 23:13. You will not hear the law. You're rebellious. Which say to the seer, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. That's what they want. Oh yeah, they love that. Prophesy smooth things, deceit. That's when they'll give you an offering. That's when they'll pay tithes to you. Y'all always paying tithes in the Christian church. You wouldn't go to church without a tithe. You wouldn't go to church without putting something in the collection plate. Right? I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to go. Right? I mean, I just wouldn't feel right. You know what I mean? But, like, I repented. I repented of that. You know? And if I had a righteous priest, you know, that was teaching me righteous things, I would pay tithes to the priest, right? But it just so happens that I am the priest, the high priest. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh Akkad, right? Get you out of the way, turn aside, out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore, thus says the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. You stay in pervertedness. Right? Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly, at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. For thus says the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. Repent, in returning and rest shall you be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And ye would not. They don't want to repent. But ye said, no, for we will flee upon horses. Right? Therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift. Therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. Oh yeah, we're coming. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one. Ooh wee. At the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee, till ye be left as a bacon upon the top of a mountain, and as an ensign on a hill. This is the Hebrew Israelite false teachers prophesied destruction. And therefore will Yahweh wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Yahweh is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. So you have this long life to get it right. Right? Yahweh gave us this long life for us to get it right. To seek him and find him. And you're spending all of this time just regurgitating and reciting and recycling this New Testament and speaking this blasphemy over and over and over, and it ain't triggered nothing into your head yet? It haven't made you sick yet? It haven't made you ponder? It haven't made you wonder? It haven't made you say, look, man, this is not right? Right? It don't sound right. If it don't sound right, then it ain't right. Right? So this is Yahweh's grace that he's giving you. Judgment is on the second earth. Right? For the people shall dwell in Zion, at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto you at the voice of your cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer you. Yahweh will have mercy on the students of idolatry, but the teachers will be destroyed. And we're getting off into the mercy of the students of idolatry and how these Christian camps, these Greek Israelite made it these days. Pretty much everyone is a teacher now. You got Facebook teachers, Instagram teachers making their little memes and, debating in comments and all of this stuff, man. Got their little ministry going. Hey, lo, it's getting ugly. There's a lot of teachers out there. You may not even think you're a teacher, but you are a teacher. You're teaching. But for those who is not teaching, but seeking, and currently you're just sitting in a Christian position right now, sitting in a Christian-like position right now, learning from these false teachers, the Most High God will have mercy on you. Those who don't desire to teach, but just desire to live it, walk in it, to keep his law, statutes, and commandments, right? Those that delight in his law, but you're just deceived and misled by these false teachers. He will have mercy upon you, right? You're scared because they use a lot of fear tactics. They use a lot of fear tactics in Islam. They use a lot of fear tactics in the New Testament. They threaten you with hell and all of that stuff. The Most High God is a God of understanding, grace, and mercy. He knows this. So let's read about this. Grace, mercy, and understanding for the students of idolatry. For the people shall dwell in Zion, at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto you at the voice of your cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer you. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not your teachers be removed into a corner anymore. So the priest like me, high priest, called halal, I will not be moved in a corner anymore. I will not be hid from you in a corner. I will not be shadow banned anymore on this beautiful day when the Most High God has mercy on you and bring you into the kingdom. Right? Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Because, I'm going to be in the kingdom with you. And thy ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. No more false teachers. They're all destroyed. Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven image of silver, and the ornament of thy molten image of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a menstrueth cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth. And it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. Praise Yahweh. The oxen likewise, and the young asses that ear the ground shall eat clean provender, which has been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan. And there shall be upon every high mountain and upon every high hill rivers and streams of water in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. Yeah, when those false teachers get slaughtered. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days. In the day that Yahweh bendeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, that's right. All praises be to the Most High God, Yahweh, God.